Hi soulmates, welcome to my channel. Rianke here. I'll be showing you sewing tutorials on baby girl wears. It's a new channel. Please tap on the subscribe button to the channel. So today I'll be sewing a simple Ankara dress for a child, for a 3 years old child. I have this material. It's 3 yards, but the length isn't 45. I've cut out a little bit from it. The dress is a short dress for a 3 years old, and the total length for the dress is 23. So I'll be subtracting the bodice length, that's the half length, from the down part, giving me 13. So because the up part is 10 for the half length, so I'm adding half inch for the sewing allowance to the top there. I just snip it like what tailors do. So this is the 13.5 inches for the down. I keep it aside. Then the next thing is to do the bodice. I've already done that. It's by 10 inches. Then I use her shoulder measurement is 10, so half will be 5. I use 2 by 2.5 for the neck, but since it's a v-neck from the picture, I came down by 3.5, then made a straight line from the shoulder down to the center front to make that V shape. So that's what I'm doing here. I don't usually put allowance for my front, so I consider that when I want to cut the neck, I wouldn't be going too deep so the clothes doesn't fall out. So that's it. I've put her chest measurement, which is 22. I added 1 inch allowance. Their chest and their waist is usually the same thing. Added 1 inch allowance. That's why you can see it's straight. I've added the allowance to the shoulders too. So I'll just go ahead and cut, and that's what I'm doing here. It's just as simple as it is. Yes, I believe we all know how to draft a bodice for a child, but if you don't, I'll be making a more comprehensive video on it later on. So like I said, I don't put allowance for this. I've considered it before taking measurement. So I just go ahead and cut. So by the time we sew it down, the neck depth will be 4 inches because I use 3.5 here. So I'm going ahead now to mark the wrong side because this material, both the front and the back, look the same. You just have to be very careful. The front is a little bit brighter than the back, but even if you sew the back, no one would even notice. So I mark the wrong sides in order not to make a mistake when joining it. So here I am trying to make the back, cut out the back. The for the back neckline is the same with the front. I just want to make the design to be the same. But if you are doing something different, the cutting technique will be different. But for this particular dress, the front and back has the same neck design. So I just go ahead, bring out 1.5 for zipper allowance, place the front pattern on this material and then cut. There's no more allowance to put, just the zipper allowance, and every other thing is the same. So that's what I've just done here, and the next thing is just to cut out. So our pattern is coming together. The upper part is ready, the down part is also ready. So we move ahead to the lining. The same thing that has been done for the main fabric, we'll do it for the lining. Already I've cut out this for the down part. It's 1.5 inch shorter than the main fabric. So I set it aside. That's 2 yards of lining, while the main fabric is 3 yards. So this 1 yard of lining, so I want to use it to cut both the front and the back. So I cut the length by 12 inches, then by 1 yard of fabric, which it is. So since the front and back of this design is actually the same, there's no really much to do. Just mark out the zipper allowance I folded first, then this is the second folding, so I can cut out both the front and the back at the same time. If you watch carefully, you just see what I'm doing. I'll be using the front piece to cut out both the front and the back, since there's already space for the zipper allowance and every other thing is the same. The neck, everything is the same. So I place it and just cut neatly. And both are lining and the main piece is ready. It's time to stitch together. If you like this content and want to see more of such content, please tap on the subscribe button if you haven't done so, and also turn on your notifications so you don't get to miss anything from this channel when we post. Okay, thank you. So here I've gone ahead to iron it out. Iron the zipper allowance both for the lining and the main fabric. Iron the lower parts. I just like doing it for my work to be neat, so I'll just run a simple running stitch on the base of the dress, both the main fabric and the lining, and gather it using the waist measurement. So I've done that, and this is exactly the waist measurement plus the zipper allowance. You leave 1.5 inch before you start gathering at both ends for the zipper allowance. So the next thing is to match up and then stitch. Then I remember that I wanted a belt for this dress. I like the fitting the belts give baby girl dresses, so I just cut out this piece. It's by 30 inches. Then the width is 4.5 inches, so I'll just hold it on both sides. So I've done that here. I've done the belt, I've ironed it out, so I'm attaching it right now to the bodice because I have to do that before joining it. I measured 1 inch from the bottom up. Then I'll place the belt that I've just finished sewing on that 1 inch. The joined part of the belt should face down, not up. Yes, the joint part should face down. Just put it on this 1 inch mark, secure it, then put the back piece of this upper part, and then use sewing allowance, which is 1 inch that I put when I was marking it out, when I was cutting. So you place it like I'm doing here, then you stitch by the allowance left. Do the same thing to the other side, and our upper bodice is ready. Measure it to confirm. This is 27, 23 plus the zipper allowance gave me that 27. So this me joining, pinning it down, the upper part and the lower part. You leave the zipper allowance there about 1.5 inches. Then you pin it. Be very careful. Make sure the center of both the upper part and the lower part is well aligned and the gathers is well placed. So pin it down and then go to the machine to stitch it, the right side facing the right side, both up and down. So that's what I'm trying to show you here. Then you just run a stitch. So here I've done that now. As you can see, our dress is coming together. I've done the stitching, stitch both the up and down. So the next thing now is to put a zipper. Don't worry, we'll be putting a line and you see how my finishing is. It might be different from other people's own, but we learn every day. So the 1.5, zipper allowance the left is either you iron it down or you can mark it out with a chalk. So I prefer to mark it out with the chalk. There wasn't power supply at this moment. I didn't want to waste much time waiting for them. I just marked it out. Then that point is where I want my zipper to end. Then the next thing, put the both sides together, matching from down. I'll be stitching from that place down and leaving the upper part open for the zipper to go in. So that's what I just I've done that now and ironed out the seam flat, so it comes out so nice. So it's still remaining, the zipper area is still open, our dress is still open. So the next thing is just to fix a zipper. The down part has been stitched, the upper part will be there. So you fix a zipper. I'm sure we all know how to fix zipper. If no, please leave in the comment section if you really want to learn. If you're a beginner and want to learn how to fix a zipper properly to a dress, I have a detailed video on that. So I've fixed one part of the zipper, and that's what I'm showing you. Turn it to the other side. You see how neat it is and close to the zipper teeth. So I'm trying to show you here, in sewing a dress, you have to get a very detailed finishing. The joining part where the up and down is joined should align on the zipper part too. One side shouldn't be longer than the other side. It wouldn't come out nice. Your dress will come out so tacky and unprofessional. So you have to match this point on the zipper, that they align and be in a straight line. Yes, that's what I'm trying to show you here. Once you've achieved this, you just flip it over and secure it with a pin. Do the same thing you did the other side, stitch it down, and you are done. See how neat it is. There's no bulging at the ending part, and the line is secure. So I did the same thing I did for the main fabric on the lining. As you can see, I joined both sides of the upper bodice and joined the upper bodice to the lower part of the dress, and it's time now to put our lining. So here's the trick. You have to watch very closely if you are new in this kiddies clothing business. Let me show you how I do my own finishing. It's not the regular that everybody does, so you have to watch carefully. If you watched up to this moment and you're enjoying this video, please give us a thumbs up and tap on the subscribe button if you haven't done so, so you wouldn't miss anything. Turn on the notification. So here, to line up this dress, you put the right side of the lining together facing the right side of the main dress. As you can see in this video, that's what I'm doing. Right side facing right side. Then you secure all the ends with a pin. When you get to this zipper side, you make it straight. Yes, when you put a zip, it's bent this way, as you can see, but when it's time to line it, you stretch it out. Yes, that's what I've just tried to show. Want a very neat inner finishing that is foreign standard. So that's the excess zip. You leave it until when you are done stitching. So that's what I just wanted to show here. You stitch everything down, then you go to take it to your sewing machine and then finish up. So this is a v-neck, and I want to really get a very sharp v. I don't want it to turn to a round neck. I want it v. So you just have to be very careful. I take half-inch round from the center. You take half-inch down, then half-inch from both sides, and you see how I carefully do it, so you get that sharp v. You have to do it this way. If not, you end up with a blunt V, or it turns to a circle neck, a round neck. But that's not what I want. I want a very sharp V. So you follow this half-inch allowance that I've made. Then once you get to the center, the very center, I marked it there, you would stop. Then with your needle still in the fabric, you have to be gentle. Once you are in the center, you stop, then flip your clothes around and do the other end. This way, there's no how you will do it this way. You won't get a sharp V neckline. So that's what I just showed you here. And after doing that, you notch the center. We have to be very, very, very careful so you don't get to cut the seam. So that's what I'm doing here. You give it a notch, the center, and iron flat, so you get that beautiful sharp pointed v-neck that you really want. So I go ahead and continue my sewing round. You leave the shoulders are still open. We'll get to close it up later. Just do other parts and leave the shoulder part alone. So once you are done doing everything, the lining will be like this. We've covered the main fabric before adding the zipper. So once you are done stitching everywhere, the lining end in the down part will be open like this. So you have to put it together and sew. So this is me. I've turned it out, but I'm here to iron, and I'm showing you how sharp it is. So here I've ironed it, and you can see our inner dress is very nice. So it's time to stitch the shoulder, then do the hemming down. You do the hem round, stitch it I left 1 inch for that, so I'll be doing it. So let's go to joining the shoulders now, since every other thing is put in place and it's super neat. As you can see, I'll be doing the weaving later. So watch carefully how I want to join the shoulders now for a very neat finishing. You go through the back, then you see this end, you pick it the same part from the front part. Are you saying it? You flip over to the back part and align those edges the way you just picked it. Make sure you don't make a mistake and it twists to the other side. You'll be having a twisted shoulder or sleeve. So you have to be careful. Use your pin to secure it both sides. Make sure you move it very well to the edge. The same lines align properly. Do it on both sides and then stitch with your 1/2 inch allowance that you left. You can see how I'm making sure that everything is well aligned and then I secure with a pin. You don't want to mess up the shoulders of your dress. So here I'm done, and I've stitched both the hem. The shoulder is done. You will see how it is. You can see the front and you can see the back. Isn't this looking so lovely and neat? Our dress is done. It's just remaining the ruffles by the shoulder and everything will be set. I've ironed it so far and everything is done. This is the inner part. You see how neat it is. You see how neat it is. No discomfort for your baby girl. So this is the ruffle that I want to put at the shoulder part. It's 1 inch by 4. So I've gone ahead to stitch very thinly the sides. I'm supposed to weave it but no time, so I held it by 1/2 inch on both sides round, on all the side round. So I'll just run a loose stitch in the middle and gather attach it to the dress, and that's all. See how I'm rocking the dress. Her dress is ready. Isn't it so beautiful? Please give her a thumbs up and share this video. Thank you. Bye.